after he returned from Horai. It didn't take Taiki too long to get used to life on Mount Ho. He seemed to adapt rather quickly. There is nothing else that gives the Nyosen more delight than taking care of Taiki. He brings us great happiness and sense of purpose. However, one thing concerned us quite a bit. He had spent 10 years as a human in Horai, and we weren't sure if Taiki could transform into a Kirin. Then, just at the time we were all beginning to worry about it, that's when the incident occurred.
I caught him! So now I shall be the king of Tai! Huh? You have black hair?
Not good. When I see blood, I get weak.
You monster!
You should go back to the Kokai while you still can, Nino! Hey, kid! What's the deal with the black hair? Aren't you the Kirin that I've heard about?
This behavior is appalling! How dare you commit such a malicious act? That is the Lord of Mount Ho!
The Lord of Mount Ho? So this kid here is... this child is Taiki, and I am the one who has captured him.
What do you mean you've captured him?
My name is Gosan. I serve as an official in the Ba province in the Kingdom of Tai. I've come to capture Taiki, and I declare myself King Tai.
How dare you! You're nothing but a fool! I order you to release him!
It's that Tenkin!
Don't worry, I fed him Gyoku earlier. We'll be just fine.
Unfortunately for you, Rokota is getting tired of eating Gyoku.
It's Lord Shinkun.
Could this really be Lord Kenro Shinkun?
All of that is nothing but a myth. And why would a god be here?
Yoma are strictly prohibited here on Mount Ho. So how else can he be here with a Yoma if he isn't Lord Shinkun?
Sanshi, you have been stained with blood. You must stay away from Taiki for now.
Lord Shinkun.
I will walk you to the Reikon Gate, and it will surely be trouble for you if you come back here again.
Sometimes there are fools among those people whose only intention is to seek the throne. Some even believe that they can become the king if they capture the Kirin. Others believe that they just have to make the Kirin kneel to them. The Kokai is where the Yoma live, and Mount Kongo blocks the people from entering the Kokai. Yet the gate opens only 4 times a year. On the days of spring solstice, summer solstice, autumn solstice, and winter solstice, one of the 4 gates opens for a day. The people who seek the throne enter through the gate to take Shozan.
And from among all those people, the Kirin will choose the ruler.
But how do I know which one's supposed to be the ruler? Technically, Tente selects the ruler. Tente is not only the most important god in the heavens, but also lets the Kirin know who the ruler is. He'll tell me? When it comes time for you to meet the ruler, you will receive a very strong revelation. What kind of revelation? Only the Kirin are aware of what it really is. You just know deep inside when you have met the one that is to be the new king. And on that glorious day, we shall take a special trip outside the gates. Sanshi! You still shouldn't get too close to him yet. It's okay, I'm fine. So then... Yes? What exactly is going to happen when I find the ruler? After the revelation, you will humbly bow down to the ruler you have chosen. You see, the Kirin is such a noble creature that it cannot bow down to anyone but its true master.
And then what happens after that?
Huh? Well, as I have already explained to you, you and the new ruler will descend to the kingdom of Tai together.
Wait, if I go back to the kingdom of Tai, I won't see you anymore.
That's right.
What about Teye? And Sanshi? And what about everyone else here too?
Don't worry, Sanshi will never leave your side. She'll be with you forever.
What if... How about I just don't choose a ruler and stay right here?
You will become a great Kirin and you will choose a great ruler for your kingdom. The one and only wish we Nyosen have is that you should be granted success in the fulfillment of that mission.
I don't know what to tell you. The holy gems of Gyoko are indeed mined on Mount Gozan, but we don't have any reason to keep them on Mount Ho.
Please think. My master ordered me to bring them back, and if I don't...
That is Taiki.
Taiki?
When Kyoki was unable to find the ruler for the kingdom of Kyo, he remained here living on Mount Ho for nearly 28 years.
So you mean I don't have to leave here right away or anything?
No, not until you find the ruler.
Really? Great!
My goodness, it is nothing to be that happy about.
Taiki, I'm exactly like you are, Taiki. Taiki! Please listen.
Sanshi!
Mokurine!
Yoka, get Sanshi away from here right now!
Yes, ma'am.
So she's of service to a Hisen of the kingdom of Sai?
Yes, her name is Mokurine.
Why have you done such a thing?
I am also a Kaikyaku. And I miss Horai so much, I just wanted to talk with him about...
Taiki is a Taika. He is very different from you. Don't you ever get near him again. Ever.
I want to go home! Please, Taiki, please!
Mokurine! What do you think you're doing?
I just want to go back to my home, back to where I belong!
Remove her from Horo Palace at once!
Taiki, please let me talk to you just a little. Taiki, listen! Taiki!
Sanshi should not get blood on herself this often. I wish there were Shirei for Taiki.
What must a Kirin do in order to possess a Shirei?
After a Kirin is born, it usually grows up in its original form for quite some time. And when the Kirin is strong enough to visit the Kokai, it begins practicing taming Yoma, starting off with a very small one, of course.
But don't forget, Taiki can't even transform yet. I wonder if it will be safe for him to attempt to face a Yoma. Taiki? Taiki?
Huh?
I thought you might like some tea. As the summer solstice approached, Taiki began to get very quiet. The Reikon Gate in the southwest would open on the day of the summer solstice. And then the people would take a shozan to Mount Ho to seek the throne. Taiki needed to have some Shirei to protect him by then.
Wasn't there anything any of you could do to help him? Couldn't you find any other Kirin to teach him?
Around that same time, I was... Your Majesty, please return to the morning conference.
Why should I? No one needs me there.
Why are you saying all this? How could we decide the future of the kingdom without the Queen?
I'm just the daughter of a merchant. I know absolutely nothing about how to govern a kingdom.
But you are the Queen of this kingdom, Your Majesty.
Oh, I didn't choose to become a queen.
That is when I received an invitation from Lady Gyokuyo.
Lady Gyokuyo!
Oh, Taiki. You've grown up so much since the last time that I saw you. Is everything fine with you?
Yes. Huh?
This is the K-Taiho. He is known to everyone as Keiki.
So then are you a Kirin?
He's also a Kirin who, like you, was born here on Mount Ho. He is as close to a brother as you can get. And I'm sure that you will learn a lot from him, Taiki.
Yes. K-Taiho, is it okay if I ask you where it is that you live?
I live in K.
But what kind of place is K, and how do you even get to it?
The kingdom is in the east.
And you were the one who selected the ruler of your kingdom, right, K-Taiho?
Yes, 1 year ago.
How did you know which one was the ruler?
Oh, you will know when you meet the ruler.
And what would happen if you accidentally made a mistake and somehow picked the wrong person?
That would not happen. The ruler has what is called the Oki.
I see.
However, I don't know if it's the same since you're a black Kirin.
There's something else, Taiho. I don't know how to transform.
All Kirin can transform.
But I don't know what the process is to do it.
Do you have to learn from someone how to raise your hand? Did you learn to crawl and walk from someone?
No.
It is the same way with this. Even if I were to explain to you how to transform, I do not believe you would fully understand.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be a bother to you.
Keiki!
Yes, what is it?
Oh, just forget it. Taiki!
Maybe I'm not a Kirin after all.
That's not true. What are you saying?
Well, then I'm a complete failure as a Kirin. That's all I am. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're fine, just the way you are. Taiki, you'll always be a Kirin no matter what happens. You need not concern yourself with anything else.
It's all right, Kaname. As long as you grow up with goodness in your heart, it's okay.
What am I going to do with you, K-Taiho? Taiki is still only a child. Why did you have to make him cry like that?
All I did was tell him the truth, nothing more than that.
Keiki. Keiki, do not suppose for 1 minute that I am unaware of what is happening. I have seen the grief Queen Kay is experiencing. Taiki is a very sensitive little child, and you should know that being direct may not be understood. You must start by trying to understand people's feelings first.
I'd like to apologize for earlier. I tend to sound uncaring when I don't mean to.
Oh no. I should be the one apologizing to you.
May I ask you a question? What was it that made you cry?
Huh?
I'm interested in knowing how you're feeling about all of this.
I feel very bad for all of the Nyosen. They've been waiting for me to transform, but I can't.
Why do you concern yourself with the Nyosen so much?
They've just always been so nice to me. I suppose that's because I'm a Kirin. The problem is, now I can't even do the one thing that will make them happy. which makes me think that I shouldn't even be here.
No, please don't cry. The Nyosans will scold me again if they see that you are crying.
Even you get scolded by them too, Kate, I hope?
Yes, of course. The Nyosans have their way with the Kirin. You should not worry too much about them. It is their duty to serve and take care of you.
But it was also very much the same back in Horai. I'd always seem to make my grandmother mad, and then my mom and dad would be disappointed in me.
Do you think that maybe the problem comes from you missing your home back in Horai?
No, that's not the problem. The other day, I met a girl who said she had also come here from Horai. I just want to go back to my home, back to where I belong! I still can't stop her voice from echoing in my head. Sometimes I start remembering my home in Horai as such a warm and friendly place to be. But the Nyosans are so nice to me here every day that I shouldn't be thinking that.
It's okay to miss your home. In fact, it's quite natural.
Do you think so?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I just want to go home to see my mom. So this is a Kirin.
Do you like it?
Yes. Will I look like this when I transform?
You are a black Kirin, so you might look a little different. When in the Kirin form, you can even fly across the world if you wish.
Will I even be able to go to Horai?
Yes, you will, if that is what you wish.
From that time on, Taiki became much more attached to Keiki. Keiki even let Taiki ride on his back as he flew him over the palace.
There, a Hiso.
Huh?
Rin, Byo, To, Sha, Kai, Jin, Retsu, Zen, Gyo. Shinchoku, Meichoku, Tensei, Chisei, Jin-kun, Seiku. Hudaku, Kimi Kobuku, Onyo Wago, Hyukyu Nyo, Ritsu Ryo. Jacko.
Hiso or Jacko?
Jacko.
Hiso is the name of the type of Yoma he is, and Jacko is its name.
Is it easy to make a Yoma turn into your Shirei?
When they're small, it is easier. Now, when I first trained Hankyo, I spent half a day glaring at him.
You glare at them?
Yes, all you do is glare at them. But if you lose your concentration, the Yoma will either run away or attack you. So if you do not think that you can face it, it is better sometimes to run in order to save yourself.
Yes. Can I ask you why you named that one Jacko? Does it mean something?
I am not the one who gave it its name. But I do believe that is its name.
Huh?
When the Yoma surrenders, the Kirin is able to divine a name which the Yoma then submits to. Yet the Yoma becomes your Shirei only when it is convinced that you and the power you possess are worthy. Then you are bound together by an oath.
What do you mean by worthy?
Taiki, the Shirei consumes the Kirin.
Huh?
More accurately, it just eats the corpse. That's how it obtains the powers that the Kirin possessed. So they very carefully observe the Kirin, and then decide whether they are worthy enough to serve. Hankyo. Fear not, the Shirei never disobeys the Kirin while they are under the oath. All right, now it's time for you to give it a try.
Sure.
Taiki! It's a Choyu!
Right! Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, K-Tai-Ho. I really appreciate all of the kindness you've shown me.
It is I that should be thanking you.
Taiho! Look, Gaho has donated this beautiful garden to me. Well, do you think it would be all right if I came here to rest sometimes?
I understand. Your Majesty could use a little bit of rest. And I shall join you when you take this well-deserved break.
Keiki! I'm so happy. You do really care about me, don't you, Keiki?
Perhaps it was my act of kindness that drove Yo-Oh to eventually lose her way. However, I do believe that I learned something very precious from Taiki. His eyes are crimson, as red as blood. Taiki cannot help but feel terrified of him. The 12 Kingdoms, Episode 18, The Sea of the Wind, The Shore of the Maze, Chapter 4.